Imagine walking into your home after a long day, expecting comfort, warmth, and safety, only to discover that someone else in the house feels anything but secure. For most of us, our homes are sanctuaries, but for cats, even the tiniest detail can create a subtle undercurrent of stress that we rarely notice. Their world is defined by scent, sound, and subtle movements, and what seems normal to us might feel threatening to them. Many cat owners assume that providing food, water, and a cozy bed is enough, but there are hidden factors that quietly make cats feel unsafe. One of the first culprits is clutter. A room overflowing with items, whether it's boxes, shoes, or piles of laundry, can feel like a maze of potential threats to a cat. Their instincts drive them to seek clear escape routes and elevated vantage points, so when their environment feels chaotic or blocked, even subtly, it triggers anxiety. They need to feel in control of their surroundings, able to move freely and hide if necessary, and clutter silently strips away that sense of security. Another factor is unpredictable noise. Household sounds that humans barely notice, like the sudden click of a door, the hum of a vacuum, or the unfamiliar ringtone of a phone, can register as startling events in a cat's mind. Unlike humans, cats are hardwired to respond to the slightest changes in their auditory environment because those sounds might signal danger in the wild. Even repeated, seemingly harmless noises can build a background tension that leaves them feeling constantly on edge, unsure of what might happen next. Lighting also plays a crucial role. While we might enjoy bright, evenly lit rooms, cats are naturally crepuscular, most active during dawn and dusk, and their eyes are adapted to softer, dimmer light. Harsh, glaring lighting can be uncomfortable and make them feel exposed, especially in open spaces where there is nowhere to retreat. Additionally, the arrangement of furniture can influence their comfort level more than many people realize. Open spaces without corners, high surfaces, or cozy hiding spots can make cats feel vulnerable, as they instinctively look for places to observe without being seen. Even subtle changes, like moving a chair or adding a new piece of furniture, can disrupt their mental map of the house and create stress. Environmental consistency is vital. Cats thrive on routine and familiarity, and when anything shifts, even slightly, it can produce unease. This explains why some cats react strongly to guests or rearranged rooms, not out of malice or misbehavior, but from a deep-seated need for predictability and safety. Their world is constructed from signals we often overlook, and when those signals are off, anxiety quietly builds. If we take a moment to see the home through their eyes, it becomes clear that comfort is more than warmth and food. It's about clarity, control, and the ability to navigate life without constant worry. A home that feels safe to us might, for a cat, be filled with unseen hazards and stressors that slowly chip away at their sense of peace, leaving them tense and wary even in the spaces they technically own. Beyond clutter, noise, and lighting, there are even subtler aspects of your home that can quietly unsettle a cat, things that might seem trivial but carry immense weight in their perception of safety. One such factor is the presence of strong scents, whether from cleaning products, perfumes, or even other animals. Cats rely heavily on their sense of smell to interpret their environment, marking territory and recognizing friends or threats through odor. A lingering chemical scent from a cleaning spray or an unfamiliar perfume can feel overpowering, disorienting, and even threatening because it disrupts the familiar smells they associate with comfort and security. Similarly, the scent of other animals, even if they are gone, can create tension. Cats are territorial creatures, and the trace smell of a dog or another cat from a visitor, a neighbor, or even on your shoes can spark anxiety. This invisible evidence of intruders can make them feel the need to be on guard constantly, undermining their sense of ownership over their own home. Another hidden stressor is inconsistent human behavior. Cats are incredibly sensitive to body language, tone of voice, and energy, and unpredictable interactions with their owners can create worry. For instance, a cat who is petted roughly one day and gently the next may become hesitant to trust touch. Similarly, yelling, sudden movements, or abrupt gestures can startle them and make even ordinary moments feel threatening. Their minds constantly scan for safety cues, and when signals are inconsistent, it erodes their confidence in the environment around them. Temperature and airflow are often overlooked, but can also contribute to unease. Cats are masters of comfort, seeking cozy, warm spots to rest, and drafty areas or cold floors can make them feel exposed. They may hide in corners or under furniture to regain warmth and security, but prolonged discomfort can increase stress levels. Even subtle drafts from a fan, open window, or air conditioning vent can make a cat feel unsettled, as their instincts are tuned to avoid elements that compromise their physical well-being. Another major contributor to hidden anxiety is a lack of control over their own space. Cats need defined territories where they feel dominant and safe, and shared spaces that are constantly used by humans without allowance for the cat's preferences can make them feel powerless. They instinctively want to climb, perch, and observe from a height, and if they are restricted to the ground level or forced into small areas, it diminishes their ability to monitor potential threats, which increases stress. Even subtle disruptions like moving a favorite bed, blocking a favorite window, or limiting access to certain rooms can create an invisible tension that accumulates over time. Social stress from other pets can also quietly undermine safety. Even in multi-cat households, subtle rivalries, unbalanced attention from humans, or the presence of a dominant pet can make a cat feel threatened. They constantly weigh their position in the hierarchy, and any perceived imbalance can make them retreat or act defensively. In every case, it is the small, often invisible details of the environment that accumulate, creating a sense of unease that is hard to detect unless you watch carefully. Understanding these subtleties is essential to truly providing a safe home, because for cats, security is not just about food or shelter. It is about maintaining control, predictability, and a sense of personal territory in a world that can sometimes feel full of unpredictable hazards. Even when a home seems calm and familiar, there are still hidden elements that can gnaw at a cat's sense of safety, often in ways we barely notice. One of the most significant yet overlooked factors is sudden movement or visual disturbances. Cats are naturally alert to motion because, in the wild, even a slight twitch could signal prey or a predator. Everyday human activities like walking quickly across a room, swinging a bag, or opening doors suddenly can register as startling or threatening. Reflections from mirrors, shiny floors, or sunlight bouncing off objects can also trigger confusion or anxiety, as cats struggle to interpret these unpredictable visual cues. What may seem like a trivial flicker to us can feel like an unknown presence to them, prompting vigilance or hiding. Another factor is the lack of safe vertical space. Cats instinctively seek heights to feel secure, to observe their territory, and to escape potential threats. A home that lacks shelves, cat trees, or window perches leaves them feeling exposed and powerless, forcing them to navigate solely on the ground where they feel more vulnerable. Even small adjustments, like repositioning furniture or removing a favorite perch, can subtly disrupt their comfort zone, making them hesitant or anxious in spaces they previously enjoyed. Social interactions, both human and animal, also play a hidden role in their stress levels. A cat may appear to tolerate other pets or visitors, but subtle cues like a raised tail, a hiss, or a slow blink indicate that they are internally alert, processing potential threats. Cats interpret human energy keenly, sensing tension, anger, or excitement that might go unnoticed by us. Loud arguments, hurried movements, or even a playful chase that is too rough can leave a lingering feeling of insecurity, reminding them that their environment is unpredictable. Even routine activities like vacuuming or rearranging rooms are sources of ongoing stress because cats value consistency above all else. The constant need to reassess their surroundings can be mentally exhausting, and they may retreat to hidden corners or under furniture to regain a sense of control. Another subtle contributor is temperature fluctuations and uncomfortable textures. Cats instinctively seek warmth, soft surfaces, and secure nooks where they can rest undisturbed. Cold floors, slippery surfaces, or drafty areas make them feel exposed, prompting stress that may not be visible but affects their behavior. Over time, these minor discomforts accumulate, creating an underlying tension that influences how they interact with both their environment and the people they trust. Understanding these hidden stressors is crucial because a cat's sense of safety is not solely determined by the obvious comforts of home. It is shaped by control over their space, predictable routines, comfortable environments, and the ability to observe and retreat without fear. By paying attention to the subtle details, visual stimuli, vertical spaces, consistent behavior, sensory cues, and environmental comfort, we can transform a home from a place that feels merely tolerated to one that feels truly secure. When a cat feels safe, their behavior changes. They explore confidently, engage more playfully, and show affection more openly, reflecting the deep sense of security they finally experience. Small adjustments, thoughtful routines, and a mindful awareness of their perspective can make a profound difference, turning a seemingly ordinary home into a sanctuary that nurtures their well-being and happiness. Every action, smell, sound, and movement matters in their perception, and recognizing these hidden stressors allows us to respond with care and understanding, creating a true haven for our feline companions. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.